So all the fellas out there, fellas, this is a PSA for y'all. You do realize that people will ask you to do things in the name of proving your love to them that they won't respect you for after you do it. Now, like I said, this is a public service announcement for the fellas out there. And I'm going to do an extended version because there are certain things that I am going to mention, but I can't do it on here. But my link to my YouTube is in my bio, and if it's not, I'll put it there. So go subscribe and watch the extended version of this video, as well as many other videos that I've done over the last 9 years. But fellas, it's time to simply get back to being men in every sense of the word. The shit that we're being asked to do that compromises us as men is the same thing that those very people who say, do this for me, and if you love me, you would do this for me, such and such. Those are the same things that they're going to attack in the very end. And if that thing is something that compromises you as a man, compromises your whole manhood, the way that you even look at yourself, so much so that you don't want people to know that you have done these things, and you say no to those things, and they leave you anyway, then your love was never the one that should have been questioned. Because sometimes there's more love in telling a person no than there is in telling them yes. And even more than that, there's love to someone being able to accept the fact that you don't want to do something that compromises you as a man. There's love to someone being able to accept the fact that your answer is no. It dawned on me that probably in a lot of cases, this is the reason that women have these stories. A lot of women have these stories about how they left a good man. Because her requiring him to show her that he's willing to go above and beyond in order to make her happy was essentially him submitting to her. And not only that, she was asking him something that she was willing to attack out the gate, trying to prove to herself that he's no real man. She will undoubtedly put you in a position to compromise who you were put on this earth to be, and she will never look at you the same if she knows and believes that she has that power over you. This is why she chooses to attack all your insecurities at the end of the relationship. This is why she chooses to attack everything that you didn't do while never mentioning all that you did do. And this is why she will do things to attack your character, your personal preferences, and all of these things, including even and up to your sexuality, based off of experience that she, a woman, has had with you. A man. It's time to move to a point where you move with integrity in all aspects of life, the way that a man is supposed to be, and do things that you are proud of, and only do things that you are proud of. Because as men, we know that some of those motherfucking stories that we be hearing, some of the motherfuckers be true. And we also know that she just placed a plate of food in front of you. It was on you to eat it. God bless. Show off. What's going on, y'all? So this is part 2 right here. Part 2 of the video you just finished watching. And what I wanted to do was, I just wanted to talk about compromised positions, and you can take that shit and run with it any way, any direction that you want to run with it, because any direction that you're going to run with it, you're going to be right. This is about losing yourself to your decisions, or these things that are put in front of you to make a decision, right? And compromising yourself, compromising your manhood, compromising your life, and everything. When you do shit that you don't want people to know about, and you do it with somebody or for someone, they always hold some shit on you. I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying. When I say compromised positions, when you compromise yourself in order to adhere to proving yourself, when you're already doing all the right shit that you're supposed to be doing, and yet you still have to say, you still have to answer, if you don't love me, I mean, if you love me, you would do this, or you would do that. And it's some out there shit, and you can't say no. Listen, some brothers out here that are out here doing some things that lead to she exposed him. It leads to those things that she did not with him, to him, that he allowed her to do. And if you out here doing that shit, stop that shit. Stop that shit. She's not going to respect you after you did it. Stop that shit. Things that compromise positions, those things that I'm talking about, you only can lay in a certain position. And it ain't no position that a man lays in. If you have to step outside of, hey, providing and protecting for someone in order to prove your love, fuck that love. I mean that shit with my heart and my soul. Let them motherfuckers walk away. If you going out here and working these motherfucking jobs and doing the shit that you do on a daily basis, making sure that a motherfucker eat, making sure a motherfucker have their bare necessities, making sure a person have all the things that they need and the things that they want. If you're doing all of that shit and you're willing to give your life for them, and you go and work these jobs that are back-breaking in order for them to get to enjoy the money that you make more than you get to enjoy it, and she still needs more, be a man. Say no. Anything more than that you lose yourself. I'm not saying be an asshole and don't do shit for people. Never get that twisted. I'm not saying don't do anything for her. But things that violate you, your morals, your scruples, and who you naturally are as a fucking man, you have the right to say no to that shit. They talk about boundaries all the time, and they sit back and they try to violate yours in every way. They tell you not to fucking pay attention to what the fuck they doing. If, you doing too much. It ain't that big of a deal. This, that, and the third. When they doing they shit, they want you to look away and pretend you don't see it. Don't say nothing. Don't acknowledge it. But then when you do your shit, the same shit, it's a problem. A man will respond when he cares. And we know this. A man will see something in his woman and say, you know what? Something ain't right about this shit. If he cares. But if you have to compromise that shit, walk away from it. If this motherfucker is asking you to do some shit, especially on the strength of, well, I'm just freaky and I just like, no, she not. No, she not. All of that out there shit that you motherfuckers might be doing out there, thinking that, oh, she's gonna love me on a different level if I do this for her. She's not. She won't. I mean that. She won't. You're in a catch-22. She's putting you in a catch-22. She's asking you to do something that she's not gonna respect you for at the end when it's over. And she's asking you to do something that she can always hold that card against you. And then, if you should break up, if you should leave, if she should get tired of you, she's going to tell the world. That's it. That is all. By the way, realistically, how many relationships in your own circle do you actually see working? Use those percentages and say, it's probably a good chance that it's going to end. Move accordingly. Move with integrity. Love and respect every fucking thing that you do, whether it's out here or behind closed doors. Show off.